he wanted a guy who dressed up as like a gorilla to come and give me a surprise, but it was kind of a stripper, but not really a stripper. And he told him just keep your monkey clothes on. But I was screaming, and it was hilarious. But I was telling him this very hilarious story.
It was a stripper, but he was told not to strip.
It was a monkey that didn't strip, but he kind of sat on my lap. It was not good.
Hi everyone, welcome to Real Ones, where we discuss everything from marriage, dating, relationships, and divorce. Today we've got an amazing speaker with us, Casey Shevel. She is a dating coach, a shadchan, matchmaker. She's also written a book called Mom of Boys, which we will get into as well. And she's just a phenomenal human being. She runs singles events, and she's done so many events. She was at the Shabbos Project, Chalabek.
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever heard you spoke.
Okay.
So I'm so excited to have you on. Thank you for coming.
Thanks, darling. Thanks for having me.
So for those of you who don't know you, can you explain who you are, what you do, and just a little bit about yourself?
Okay, so I think you said a lot of it.
That's right.
My name is Casey, and I'm a dating coach and a matchmaker. But first and foremost, I suppose I am a Jewish woman, actually.
Yes, that too.
A mom of four, very
busy,
authentic, wild, and naughty boys, but thank God. And I'm a wife, I'm a community member, I'm very passionate about the Jewish community of South Africa and how I can help it grow in any way possible, any way, shape or form. And that's basically me in a nutshell. I've written a book called Mom of Boys, so I'm an author and I'm a speaker.
Amazing.
I love to give talks and shiurim, and that's basically who I am.
Amazing, thank you. And what made you want to get into matchmaking? How did it happen?
So basically, I was a frum girl who got married at the ripe old age of 30.
Whoa.
Yeah, my friends had all been getting married since they were 18. My oldest son is 15 now, but my friends' kids are starting to get married.
Wow.
Now, so that's where we're headed.
And when did you start dating?
I started dating, I don't even remember, probably when I was about 20, probably a bit late also, 23 or 24 actually. I had a lot of things that I wanted to do in my life and a lot of things that were very important to me. And I was building a business. I had a beautiful business in events, my own business, that I was very passionate about doing as well.
Like event planning?
Yeah.
That's so cool. I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, called Concepts by Casey. And I had fallen into this beautiful King David, Barmy, Batty scene, and I loved it, and it was creative, and it was a journey, and I was a businesswoman, and I loved that, and I loved having money. It was amazing.
Don't we all?
Those were the days, yeah. And then I got married, and I was like, everyone told me you're such an entrepreneur. What happened?
You're like, I'm retired now.
Sorry, I'm done.
You can make the money and I'll chill.
I'm done with all that. No, so
and then you started doing different kind of events.
Absolutely. Well, I think that that's all my skill sets and all the things that
amazing.
I did throughout my life actually
helped you do what you're doing now.
100%, they really did.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So cool. Okay, so being an older single.
So I got married quite late. And what was the actual question?
I don't even remember. What made you want to be a matchmaker?
So I actually
Should we tell them about last night?
Well, we did have a singles event last night, which was amazing.
It was.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun. I was there. It was great. It was amazing. And now we're exhausted.
And but we're picking up the pieces and we're doing
so if you see our brains not working so well, that's why.
It's Sunday afternoon.
That too.
And we've done well today. We've had a busy day.
Yeah.
So, going back to being single and 30 and alone and sad. And
I'm sure you weren't that sad.
No, I was very busy. That's the truth. I was busy.
I don't picture you being miserable.
I knew that God had a plan for me and that my story was going to be an amazing one. But I really did have faith that I would have my happily ever after. And I wasn't going to sit around waiting until that happened.
Yeah.
And what I tell my clients all the time and my girls all the time is that I hate this idea that you are half a neshama, that you are just half a soul, and you're
Waiting
just
for the other one to just come complete
waiting
you.
for your soulmate. Yeah. I don't really like the idea of a soulmate. Not if a soulmate is there to complete you. You need to be a whole, nourished, full,
It's not two halves, it's two whole people coming
100%.
together. Yeah.
And you want someone who can add to that, and that's great when that happens and you're fulfilled. You're not like this Rahmanis little piddly neshama with half a wing going, meh, help. You're like full and nourished and fine, and you've got your so that was it. I used those years, I really did, to like enjoy life and travel and spend money and make money and do things.
Before money had to go to like school fees and like Moishi's meat.
Oh, and handy Andy.
Exactly.
Bane of my life.
What did you spend it on?
Well, I had 3 beautiful little nieces at the time,
you
which was also
them.
amazing. Like I could buy all the little dressing tables and all the little sequin dresses that I wanted, and bows and ponies and things. And I kind of also got that out of my system.
Right, because then when you had your boys, like you already did the whole bow and sequence
100%.
thing.
I don't feel hard done by that I didn't get to do all that, because I kind of did. I did.
Amazing.
Exactly. And so I hated the dating process. Hated it. I'm a very...
I don't think anyone enjoys it.
No, I honestly don't.
It's rough.
That's true. I'm a very outgoing person, but I'm actually a very private person. And I hated having to go out on these dates with these men and have to like... And I knew that there was a better way. I knew the system was flawed, which it still is. But I knew that there was a better way.
Did you go through shadchanim?
Yeah, I did. That's how I actually met my husband. Yeah, it was a proper shidduch. And the truth is that the shidduch that I'd been set up with this guy, like the shadchan before, the one I went out before I met Eyal, was actually the worst.
Wait, there's guys shadchans?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
There was one. I think that he's burnt out now, because that's what happens to shadchans. Because actually, that's what happens. You get exhausted, and it's not an easy job.
I'm sure.
And the guy that I'd been set up with prior to Eyal was actually like the worst date of my life. Like literally the worst date of my life.
Okay, tell me.
Can I tell you the story?
Tell me. I want to know all the details.
Literally. Okay, we went to Melrose Arch Hotel. That's where we used to go. I don't know where people even go these days on proper shidduchim. But
still to Melrose Arch Hotel.
Still there. Oh, lovely. So, but the waiters all knew me by name. They knew what to bring my drink. It was awful.
Did you tell them to pretend you've never been there before?
Like just act a little bit surprised.
Yeah.
And he said to me, I just celebrated a birthday. I think it was my 20. I don't know what, but it must have been actually my late 20s. And my brothers had thrown me this amazing party, and it was such a lach. And I was just busy telling him this ridiculous story about what my brother had done for me. I mean, that's another story altogether. But because he wanted a guy who dressed up as like a gorilla to come and give me a surprise, but it was kind of a stripper, but not really a stripper. And he told him just keep your monkey clothes on. But I was screaming, and it was hilarious. But I was telling him this very hilarious story.
It was a stripper, but he was told not to strip.
It was a monkey that didn't strip, but he kind of sat on my lap. It was not good.
Where can I hire one of that?
Like at next door restaurant, which used to be Barrios in Norwood. Anyway, no longer is there. It's now RTG, and now
I wonder if this monkey guy's still doing it.
I wonder if he is. I wonder. But it was hilarious. Anyway, and I'm telling this hilarious story, and the guy says to me, do you know what the so-and-so, I don't know, some rabbi says about birthdays? I was like, yeah. He says, imagine you're taking a train ride to your death. And someone says to you, every stop along the way, we're going to have a party. I was like, please don't tell me that's your idea.
Talk about glass half empty, my word.
I was like, please don't tell. I actually can't. Okay, Bill. Sorry. Yeah.
Like
that
worse,
was
worse than the monkey guy.
And then, so when he suggested Eyal, who I actually thought was he's like, I didn't even get the name. I thought his name was Eyal Shalev or something, some Israeli. His name's Eyal Shevel. I was like, whatever, I'm not holding out much. I don't know who this guy is, whatever. And so I wasn't holding out much hope for that. And but anyway, it turned out to be quite good. So he did well. Thank God.
It's really funny.
Yeah. So I don't remember what we talking about.
We still haven't
either.
answered the question.
No,
what made
so-
you want to be a matchmaker?
So that's it, getting married later and going through
Okay.
this dating process and realizing that there was a better way to do it and a different way to do it. And I knew that nobody would believe me until I had my happily ever after. I knew that I had to be married to do it. No one was going to give me the time of day until then. And so from the moment that I got married...
So you wanted to be a matchmaker even when you were single?
Not necessarily a
Okay.
matchmaker or anything, but I just knew that I could make the space easier for people and try and create a way for people to meet in a more sort of organic, fun way or whatever. So from right away as we got married, we started hosting just Friday night dinners for singles, just always inviting singles.
Did your
to our
husband also
Friday
have a
night-
hard time when she took him?
Not really, and I mean, no.
He was just like, whatever, she'll come when
He
she
also really won't express that he's had a hard time with anything. He's like,
Okay.
yeah, he's not that type. He's not so into himself like I am. He just gets
He's a
the
guy.
job done.
He's
Yeah,
also a
and he
guy.
gets the job done and he does what he needs to do, and that's it. I don't think he was particularly
He didn't think about
concerned.
it too much.
No, he still hasn't. I keep having to tell him how
lucky he is.
But then we all have to tell our husbands how lucky they are.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, amazing. And do you have any like specific story that really touched you of like a match that you've made?
So I can't say that I have any really specific story. I think that you, as a matchmaker, you realize how little this actually has to do with you. I'm fully aware that every shidduch I make has nothing actually to do with me. Like, for whatever reason, Hashem just wants this to happen, and He wants it to happen through you. And I'm so grateful for all of those stories and for all of those couples that have met at my house, that have met over the cupcakes in my kitchen for a speed dating event.
You do make good cupcakes.
Yeah, I do. I
should have made you bring some.
Yeah, it's true. Next to your
And hot
awkward.
dogs. We could have displayed the hot dogs.
That's true. That's another. Yeah, that would be another beautiful display, but not that. That's for another show.
For a cooking show coming up.
Yes, exactly. In your kitchen.
How to make the best hot dogs by Casey.
How to make the perfect sausage. Again, another show.
Yeah.
So I keep losing track. You keep like
Sorry.
taking me off on a tangent. Okay, so what's a beautiful story? So I suppose that our very, very first shidduch, actually that came out of speed dating, was a couple who had gone out and realized that they're actually not for each other. And he said to this girl, well, I actually have a great guy for you. I want you to meet my friend. And so he actually set them up, and that was the first shidduch. And I think that's exactly it. It's just that beautiful
networking.
connection and networking, and
That's what Aliza was saying as well, is that like just because you're single doesn't mean you only should look out for someone for yourself. Like if you meet
Absolutely.
someone, think, okay, he's not for me, but maybe he's for someone else. Like we can all be matchmakers.
So that totally happened even with my husband and I. Like I knew that his name rang a bell, and then even though I thought it was a different name altogether, so I asked a good friend of
You're
mine.
like, I know that Shalev guy.
Yeah, that's Shalev. Anyway, I asked this friend of mine, and I said, did you date this guy? And she's like, oh my God, worst date of my life. And I remember we were walking around the park, and I was like, oh, okay. And she's like, but Case, we are so different.
Yeah.
So actually, he could be right for you. And she was so right. Had she just said, oh my God, no, that was the worst date of my life, and I left it at that, that would have been so stupid.
You would have
But the
assumed
truth
like
is,
he's just
we,
not.
as friends, were chalk and cheese. She was the complete different, like the complete opposite to me, which is exactly why I can see like, oh my God, of course they hated each other. Like, of course that was the worst date ever. And why it kind of, worked for us. So yeah.
So maybe that birthday guy found a very pessimistic
A shame. I hope that he
wife,
did.
and
I hope she throws him the biggest birthday parties every year.
and reminds him that he's 1 year closer to his death.
Exactly. Rip.
The theme.
Little cupcakes with a tombstone. Beautiful.
I love how you're already starting to like
I'm in
plan
there.
the party in your
'cause
head.
I'm event
You're like, wait, the
coordinator. That's who I
cupcakes.
am.
And
It's all about the cupcakes. That's really
okay,
all it is.
now I know who to hire if I need,
No,
if I
please
need an
don't.
event. Not an RIP one,
Oh,
just
okay,
an event.
yeah. I'll be there.
Malachaim, please God.
Amen.
Exactly.
I'll take it.
No RIPs at that.
I'll take it any day. I'll take it. You can do it in my garden with pleasure.
Okay,
Sorted.
guys, you're witnessing this.
You heard it here first.
Okay, great, awesome. So looking back, what helped you stay hopeful? Because you said like you always knew you were going to have your happily ever after. Were there any moments where you were like, maybe I'm just going to be single for the rest of my life?
Yes, and I asked those questions, and I still feel like you can ask those questions. Like, I'm very aware also that, and I remember asking a rabbi, like, women can be really fulfilled and can live very fulfilled lives without a man. We actually aren't the ones that are commanded to get married. It's men who are commanded to get married. That's their mitzvah. And I mean, my thing on that is, I always say, like, what is the greater mitzvah? If Hashem gives you something to do, tells you to do something and you do it, or if he doesn't tell you to do something and you do it anyway. The greater mitzvah is actually if Hashem tells you and commands you to do something and you do it. Why?
Because it doesn't come naturally.
The minute he tells you to do something, you don't want to do it.
We're all teenagers.
Well, Hashem told men to get married. That's their mitzvah. And I believe that is why they don't want to. I really do. That's why it's intrinsically, like, I don't have to.
They want to be dafka.
I don't have to convince women to get married. They know. We know. It's what
we're born wanting that.
We're born wanting that one guy for the rest of our lives, and that partnership and that beautiful home to raise our children and whatever. The guys, that's very hard for them to commit to just one woman for the rest of their lives.
The horror.
They don't want it. They don't. And I see it. Yeah, I really do see it, and I do think that stems from the starting point was when Hashem told Adam that it's not good for man to be alone. So women can live amazing lives, and I see it in my singles. Like, my girls are thriving; they're doing amazingly. They're looking
made such
gorgeous.
Good friends that
they're going to gym. Yeah, I mean, they're the best people.
The girls are great.
They're intelligent. They're studying. They're furthering themselves, and the guys. Unfortunately, without women, I definitely do see that there's a decline.
They can't really fulfill their potential without.
There's a decline. They need it. They need us. They do need us.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So what kept me hopeful is that I tried to dive in. I tried to change the narrative. Instead of coming from a place of Hashem, why me? I'm all alone. I want to be with someone. Please send me. This is what I want. It was more coming from a place of Hashem, I have so much to give. I have so much love to give. I want to be a wife. I want to be a mother. I want to build a beautiful Jewish home for you, to serve you. But now I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I've done all the things I can do.
Yeah. And you didn't make it about yourself.
I made it about wanting to give more. And wanting to be more.
Yeah.
And I think even when you just switch that in your brain, it doesn't make you sad and it doesn't make you desperate. Yeah. It makes you just wanting to shine more light. And only good can come from that. And sure, there's times when it just feels really, really dark. And I'm not taking away from those times.
Yeah.
But you have to actually change that narrative in your mind to come from a place of wanting to give more. Hashem can only answer if you want to give more.
Yeah, so true. I remember like a few months before my divorce, I reached out to someone who I knew went through a divorce, and I said, like, how did you have the guts to do it? Like, what? I was like, I know this has to happen, but like, I'm not brave enough to do this. It's like such a scary thing. And she said her mom said to her that she should only get divorced if she's okay with being alone for the rest of her life.
Cool.
And she said, and then she did it, and she sobbed, and like in her mind she was never going to find someone, and she ended up finding someone like a few months later, and now she's happily married with kids. I personally was like, I actually don't agree with that. I would rather live my whole life being hopeful and being like, I'm going to find my Prince Charming tomorrow, and even if it doesn't happen, at least I lived with that hope. Why have to live with this, like, be so miserable? And in the end, it didn't even happen for her. She found her husband like soon after.
Afterwards.
What a waste of tears, and what a waste of, I was like, I really don't agree with that. I actually 100%. Think living with hope is so much better. Even if someone, God forbid, doesn't find their person, rather live with that hope, because that gives you...
We're a people of hope. That's who we are.
Yeah.
Our national anthem is Hatikva.
Exactly. We have to hold on to that hope.
That's what we do. Yeah. We are a nation of hope. And we are a people of hope. You have to have hope. Otherwise, you will just crawl into... Why would you get out of bed?
Yeah.
You wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think it's good to stay hopeful. And
Absolutely,
however long it
absolutely.
takes, just keep.
Absolutely. And it's your journey. You just don't know where it's going to take you and how it's going to wind and which way it's going to go. But it's going to,
Yeah. My mom also said to me recently that like she thought she was ready until she met my dad, and then it all made sense to her. Like once she
Yes.
met my dad, she saw why she had to date all those other guys and why she had to go through everything. And then once she met him, that's
She
when
saw
she
that.
really was. And she was able to look back and be like,
So I think she's very fortunate. I think she's very lucky. You don't always get to see it. I mean, we all go through struggles in life and we all have a lot of hard things happen to us. And sometimes you get to look back and say, oh, okay, this makes sense now. I get it. But sometimes you don't.
Yeah, sometimes we'll
it's just
never know why
hard
it had
and you
to
just
happen.
won't know. You just
Yeah,
won't know. But that's why you have to struggle. So for me, I definitely think that being single for so long definitely gave me a clarity and an empathy and an understanding of singles that maybe other people don't have. I didn't get married at 19. I get what it's like to go on a bad date. I will never say to you, it's just a cup of coffee. It's never just a cup of coffee, and I know what goes into that.
Yeah.
I might say to you, it might be a waste of mascara, but like, let's try. That's why I think my singles events are amazing, because that's one coat of mascara and lip gloss.
And you get so many more guys to
And
them.
like
The ratio of mascara to guys is a lot better.
Exactly, 100%. So you don't have to put that makeup on all
That's
those
true.
times. And it is actually, dating is a process of elimination.
Yeah.
It's like, no, not him, not him, not him.
That's
but
what
maybe him.
that's like with the theory that you said of the train. It should be like
Yes.
that, but like the positive aspect of like every date is one train station closer to your husband.
And it is. That's what it is. Like, I mean, I've heard it said before that literally there's a certain amount of people that you actually have to meet before you meet your zevug and your soulmate. And so you have to meet those people, and they are,
So if you go to Casey's events, it just makes the
quickly,
process
you'll meet
quicker.
him faster. Yeah, exactly. It might not
Get
be
through
at my
50 at
event.
one time, and then instead of going out with each one of them.
100%. And I always say it's just a matter of changing that energy and that flow of energy in your life. When there is a place in your life that you are just stuck, the energy in that area, there is just no movement, and you feel like you're knocking your head against a wall. And if love is that area of your life, so just open up, create a bit of flow. That means coming to meet with me, and that means coming to one of my events. But the truth is, it doesn't mean that anything is going to come from meeting with me, or that anything like
I think that's where
event.
people's disappointment comes in, is if
Yes.
they're going expecting something. They're like, oh, I met a Sharkhan, that means I'm going to meet my soulmate, or I'm going to an event, that means this.
So
and it's
I
like,
always-
it's not that.
That's what I always say to people.
Like, just be
meeting
open.
with me, it's like, I'm sure I've said it to you, but it's like you're standing under the shower of brocha, and you're saying, Hashem, just shower me with brocha. I'm like, I'm ready for this brocha. And he says, my darling, just switch on the tap. And meeting me is just switching on a tap. It's not to say that anything's going to come from it. I always say you can walk into Woolworths and then after meeting me, and someone can say, oh my gosh, I've got the most amazing guy for you.
I thought you were going to say like you're both picking
no, that
cherry
doesn't happen.
tomatoes.
Oh no,
and I
that's
was
just
like,
that's movie stuff. No, that's not happening. Cherry tomatoes.
I
Where
don't
are
know.
you in Israel? What is it? The JNF
you're fighting for the you're fighting for the strawberries, and he's your soulmate.
Yeah, no. So
I'm still convinced I'm going to have a mad story like that.
well, maybe you will. You live a mad enough life, you might then. That's generally what happens.
Right now, it's just DMs, so nothing exciting.
Which is fine. But like life is real and life is life. So actually, it doesn't matter how you meet him, how crazy or random
boring.
or actually boring. It's fine, and boring is good.
Yeah.
And that comes with maturity, knowing that actually boring is fine, actually.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of dating and a lot of relationships is very much about managing your expectations.
Yeah.
What is this about? What does marriage actually look like? What is marriage actually going to bring to me? What do I expect of a marriage partner? And I think the expectations that are out there of what marriage looks like.
Unrealistic.
It's so unrealistic.
Yeah.
I remember, my husband and I, we were engaged and we were watching a movie, and the girl turned to the guy and said, or the guy turned to the girl, I don't even remember, and said, you are my everything. And I remember looking at Eyal and saying, do you think we'll ever be each other's everything? Like, that's a lot. And I said to him,
That's like codependent vibes.
Because to be honest, I need a lot of things. I don't think you can ever be my everything.
It's true.
And yeah.
And he shouldn't be.
He shouldn't be.
No.
I need my friends. I need my parents. I need my brothers. I need my family.
Your space.
I need I need a
Your me
million
time.
things. He can't be all those things. I can't expect one man to fulfill all those roles. Just like I don't want to fill all those roles to him.
Yeah.
You can't be my best friend and my lover and my you like decide the things, whatever.
Yeah.
And that are like your top 3. You can fill these roles and take those, and the rest come outsource, guys. You got a lot of needs. You can't expect one man to fill all those roles.
Which is why it's also important to put those things in place before he comes. So you already have your good friends.
Absolutely.
You already have your purpose. You already have your job. And then when he comes, he's just an added bonus.
Amazing,
he's not your everything.
amazing.
You're not waiting for him to come in.
And he can be the biggest bonus, and he can be the biggest part of your life. I'm not diminishing what a spouse is. They are that. They are a huge anchor, and in those terms, you are your everything. But not to fill all those roles. I think we just really have to manage expectations of what marriage looks like, what dating looks like, what romance looks like.
Yeah.
You know?
And I feel like often when in dating, when we think it's your everything and it's like too good to be true, often that's where the problems are. Like when things are on such a high and there's fireworks and this and that, often that's actually a sign of an unhealthy relationship. Often what's healthy is the boring, the everyday, the mundane, the...
I always say, like, marriage is really, what is marriage? And I mean, it's a very unromantic view of marriage for a matchmaker and a dating coach and someone who runs singles events that I should have. But my view of marriage is really someone to just witness your life, who just knows that, at 2:00 you're doing a podcast with your L. How did it go?
He better watch it.
He definitely won't. He hasn't read my book even.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
People say to him, I love your wife's book. It's so amazing. And he's like, and I'm like, he hasn't read it. And he's like, I don't need to read it. I've lived it.
That's a cute answer, though.
It is a cute answer, but actually he should read the book. It's actually not okay. He has no idea. He has no.
Give him like footnotes.
He's not on social media, so he has absolutely no idea. He has actually no idea. People will come up to him in the street and say, I love that you guys went on this holiday. And he'll be like,
are you stalking me? Why do you have stalkers?
He doesn't read anything. He has no idea that, of actually what I do.
But you know what? If there was 2 of you, it would also be too much.
No, 100%. I love that.
Like imagine he wrote his own book and then you're competing with writing books.
Oh, no, he'd be out of there so fast. No, so fast. But he really is the yin to my yang in that he lets me do my stuff. So he lets me host a party for 250 people in my home, and he'll happily serve the tequila and whatever, and just let me have my space to do my thing, which is amazing, actually.
Yeah. Well, that's what you need is like a strong woman who does so much, is like just a little cheerleader by your side.
Oh, he's so not a cheerleader. He'll be like, what? You did what? But he'll be there.
A silent cheerleader.
Yeah, exactly. But he's there. He's my rock. He is my rock for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so what would you say to people who are struggling, who are going on date after date after date, and they're just exhausted? They feel like they're just burnt out, they're done.
You can't be. There's no time for that. You can't be. You can't say I'm done. You can take a break, and you can be kind to yourself, and you can be a bit more cautious maybe on who you're going out with. You don't have to say yes to everybody.
Do you feel like that's when they burn out, is when they're just saying yes to like everyone?
You can't go on a million dates. You can't go on a million dates.
Just be more selective.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Or take a bit of a break and say, I'm taking a bit of a break. Unless someone amazing comes up or whatever, that really sounds like whatever. You can take a bit of a break and just
I stopped doing that
yourself.
because every time I say I'm taking a break, like the next day someone like suggests someone to me. So I feel like I've jinxed. My breaks have just become like a sign of like a bad date coming.
Yeah. So, but you can't, because then you're giving up hope, and then you're saying, okay, well, this is my life now, and that's that.
And that's sad. We don't want to give up.
No, you're not going to. No, you can't. You can't.
Yeah.
It's not the end of your story. Okay, so your story is taking you through a few detours and a few different paths that you weren't anticipating. Okay, well, welcome to life.
Yeah.
Welcome to the real world. It's okay. You'll dust yourself up. You'll pick yourself up, dust yourself off.
And I feel like a lot of times what makes us also feel like it's taking so long is just when we compare to other people. Like if we didn't look at anyone else's lives, we would just be like, it's happening when it's meant to happen. But it's that comparison of like, they're getting engaged and they're having kids and they're the pressure and the comparing to other people as well, and feeling like our timeline is not right.
So comparison is the thief of happiness.
Yeah.
In anything in life. Stop looking around. It's okay. This is your journey. You've got your timeline. Hashem has his plan for you. It looks nothing like anybody else's. It's okay. It's okay. You've got different things to accomplish and different things to do. It's okay.
Yeah.
You know, you can't compare. Don't look at anyone for anything in life.
Yeah.
As soon as you start doing that, you can't be happy. You literally cannot be happy with anything. Not with your kids
So true.
and their accomplishments and what you have and
Which is what you were saying before the camera started rolling, is that the reason you wrote your book is because you were like, guys, let's be real. Like being a mom is hard, especially with 4 boys.
Yeah. So
like,
I feel like that was a huge part of me writing my book, is that I just feel like women need to be authentic. Like be honest. It's okay.
Like, why are you
It's okay.
pretending like being a mom is the easiest thing in the world? We know it's
It
not.
is the hardest thing in the world. And marriage is hard, and relationships are hard, and being a daughter is hard, and having aging parents is hard. And it's okay to admit that. It's not a weakness.
Yeah.
It's a strength.
Yeah.
And if everybody is honest, then actually everybody will feel a whole lot less alone. I mean, I've stood at girls' engagements where they have said, we just knew with their ring. And I'm standing there thinking,
You did not know.
You did not know.
You still don't
know that you said to him that if we are not engaged by Mauritius in December, I am out of here. And you gave him an ultimatum. But why are you saying now that you just knew? Because now all those girls that are listening to that think, what's wrong with me? Why do I have to give my boyfriend an ultimatum to marry me? Nobody else is doing that. But if she was just honest, so why can't people just be honest? And then everyone feels less alone and feels less pathetic, actually.
Yeah, it's true. Agreed.
Yeah.
So everyone, be real.
Yeah, be real.
Be honest,
The
be
real
vulnerable.
ones.
The real ones, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank
I always
you, my
love speaking
darling.
to you.
So divine. We've spent the whole weekend together.
I know, but
it's been amazing.
It's never enough.
We've eaten hot dogs together. We had a little dance together.
We had a little dance, yeah.
And this has been a joy. I wish you so much Mazel with us.
Thank
and
you.
I really look forward to see where it's going to take you on this path.
Thank you. Thank you guys for watching. Keep it real, and we'll see you in the next one.